Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your conductor speaking. Please remain in your seats for the duration of the trip. Sometimes we have to make a stop or throw a switch. We don't want anybody to accidentally fall down. We're going to take you over to Motor Power Shop number 2, across the road, take you inside, show you a couple of restoration projects going on, give a little history of what the building's all about. About this particular car you're in today, ladies and gentlemen, a little history on it. Back until about the 1950s, every major railroad in North America had crack passenger train service, because of course there was no interstate highway system, and the planes were prop driven and quite small. That all changed in the late 60s. And all of a sudden the railways wanted to get out of the passenger train business because they were losing money hand over fist. That's why you have VIA in Canada and Amtrak in the States, both of which are government funded. However, some railways still had to provide branch line service, and rather than run a diesel locomotive with coaches and a full crew, they bought these self-propelled butt cars out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This one was part of a fleet that BC Rail ran from North Vancouver as far north as Prince George. This particular coach you're on has a small galley at the back, so this car would only go to Englewood back on a day trip serving lunch. The other RDC you're going to see out of the window where I'm pointing right now at BC-21, it has a full galley, and this particular car would go all the way north to Prince George on a 12-hour trip and would serve 2 meals, lunch and a hot dinner. We'll get back to you when we get into Motor Power Shop number 2. And on the back of your map, there's a questionnaire. Make sure you try hands. One of them pertains to what's happening inside Motor Power Shop number 2. And when you fill out as many of the answers as you can, don't forget to take it back to the gift shop in the roundhouse to collect your prize. Thank you.
That's okay, don't worry. No, that's all right. I'm okay, thank you. No, you can put it up the aisle. It's okay. I'm not gonna okay. I'm the only one walking up and down the aisle. Okay, good to know.
BC-21 anchor.
Don't worry about your switch. We'll go forward at some point. I'll sacrifice something.
Like a little railway, a train museum.
BC-21 40.
Just past
BC-21 3. BC-21 2. BC-21 1. Oh, you're good there. Good fuel.
and maintaining their equipment. Motive power shop number 1 has been taken down. We raised $1 million in private funding, matched by a Heritage Canada grant, and we obtained the use of this building. This building has 7 tracks inside. It has 2 overhead cranes. One's a 10-ton, one's a 50-ton crane. If you look where I'm pointing on my left, this is a very rare locomotive. It's an all-electric freight locomotive called a steeple cab. It would run on overhead trolley wires. As you can see, it's been lifted off its trucks. It's up on jacks. Each wheel sets on either end of the locomotive. This thing's being restored by 2 gentlemen. On the other side of the train here, you'll see a primary locomotive. This is one of 14 Baldwin locomotives built by CPR back in 1948. They all ran on Vancouver Island. They look big, but they were actually a fairly lightweight locomotive because it ran on light, older rail. When CP retired this locomotive because of its significance being the first of the series, every rail museum in Canada wanted it. We were fortunate to obtain it, partly I guess because we're the best railway museum closest to Vancouver Island. We're going to head back now to the station. When we leave the building here, on my right, I'm pointing, you're going to see 2 rather unique speeder cars. They were run up at Wass Lake in Vancouver Island, taking timber crews into the woods to take down timber. The rail museum there, a rail operation up in North Vancouver Island has been discontinued, and we are going to make this part of a new feature in the park, and it's showing the importance of the railways with the forestry industry in BC. Also, when we get down near the end of this track, the last boxcar you see on my left as I'm pointing, you'll wonder what is it. It's got open slats on it. That was actually a cattle car that was used into the mid-1950s, taking cattle to market. Thanks very much.
Okay, guys, ready to go.
To mention on your quiz on the back of the map, the railway that 960 ran on was the BC Electric Railway, which was the predecessor to BC Hydro. Thank you.
BC-21 car. BC-21 3 to the crossing. truck. BC-21, bells are on, gates are down, got room 4. BC-21 3 cars. BC-21 4 cars. BC-21 4 cars. BC-21 another one.
Again, we're heading into the station. Please remain seated until I give you the high sign. We may miss the mark on the platform and have to back up. So please remain seated until I give you the high sign. When you get off the train, on the station side behind there is a mini rail station. Don't forget, there's a print shop there. Go inside and see how they printed newspapers 100 years ago. Also, there's a nice cream shop right next to the mini rail station. At the far side of the cream-colored building across the tracks, on the way I'm pointing here, don't forget to take the speeder rides and then go through the cream-colored building into the roundhouse. Go up into the cab of the Royal Hudson, ring the bell, see what it's like for a big steam engine to run down the tracks. We appreciate you coming out today, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to announce that the North Pole Express is coming back this year. It's the same event we had years ago, just a different name. Tickets go on sale in September. 2 years ago, the last time we held it before the pandemic, it sold out all 4 weekends, 14,700 people, over 36 departures. 1 hour train ride to the estuary and back with cookies and Christmas songs, and then we set up the big roundhouse as the North Pole with Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. Tickets go on sale in September on our website. Thanks for coming out today, ladies and gentlemen. Have a safe trip home. We appreciate your patronage.